In this video, I'll be showing you how to enter a sales receipt. A sales receipt is different than entering an invoice in the fact that a sales receipt is a transaction where a customer has paid for the service at the time of service. An invoice is when a customer has received the service but not yet paid, so it results in accounts receivable. So there are, those are the main differences. I am on page 194 of the textbook, and I'm going to go through a list of those transactions dated January 10th, 2022. So the first one says Joshua Davis enrolled his dog, Boomer, in 10 one-hour sessions of training paid with check. And it gives you a check number, and it says prepare SR, which stands for sales receipt 1039. So I'm going to click on that plus sign. Under customers, I'm going to click sales receipt, and you'll notice that the form looks differently than an invoice. It has a payment method and deposit to, where the invoice did not, because again, an invoice is a transaction where customers owe us money. We've not collected that money from the customer, so it results in accounts receivable. Okay, but sales receipt, the customer has paid, either check, cash, debit, or credit card. The customer has paid. So I'm looking for Joshua Davis as our customer. And remember to change the date. Okay, sales receipt 1039. And then payment method, Joshua paid with a check. And where the reference number field is, or that box, that's where you're going to put the check number. So 2643 was his check number. And then this account, you're going to select payments to deposit. Now in the textbook, they have undeposited funds as the account name. If you have that account, use that one. But if you don't, you have payments to deposit. You should have that one. Okay, that's the same thing. So you're going to select payments to deposit. Okay, and that money is like a holding account. It's an asset. It's going to sit in that account until we actually make the bank deposit. Okay, so Joshua got training, and it was for 10-hour sessions. 10 one-hour sessions paid with check. And the message, thank you for your business. And I'm going to click Save and New because I'm going to show you how to do another one. This one is a new customer called Cash Customer. So it's like a generic account. They're not a routine customer that we do business with. So we're gonna call it Cash Customer. So click Add New, and you can just leave display name Cash Customer, print on checks Cash Customer, and let me look at the textbook and see if it wants to change anything differently. Nope, that's it. So we're going to click you could put cash, payment method, and then save. Okay, payments to deposit and the date. So this will be a source of error for some students. Don't forget to change this. By default, it comes up as cash, but we want to put it into this holding account, payments to deposit, until we make the bank deposit. Okay, and the date we've changed. And this is for a quick dog brushing. So, dog brushing. And we're going to click Save and New. Actually, we're going to put a customer message on there. Thank you for your business. Oops. And Save and New. Now another one, Dory Anderson brought in her dogs. I'm still on page 194. Gigi and Precious for 1 day of day camp and a dog brushing. Since there were 2 dogs, double the quantity. So we're going to find Dory Anderson, customer. And we're still on sales receipt. Make sure that sales receipt number matches 1041. And Dory paid with a check. The reference number, which is the check number, 9534. And we've got day camp and dog brushing. So day camp, remember there are 2 dogs, so we're going to double the quantity. And dog brushing, 2 dogs, we're going to double the quantity. And so the total should be $90 for Dory. And our message. And so everything, double check everything. Sales receipt number is correct. I changed my date. Payments to deposit. She had 2 dogs, 1 day of day camp, 1 dog brushing, 2 as the quantity. $90. This all matches the textbook on page 196. Okay, so I'm going to click Save and New. Another cash customer brought in his dog Curly for a bath and nail trimming. So type cash customer. Okay, and bath and nails. Nail trimming and bath, and excuse me, that was a check, and the check number 4570. Okay. And the total, if you confirm with the textbook, should be $55, and that shows on page 196. I'll click Save and New again. The last one, Gloria Gucci brought in Mishka for a bath, paid with cash. Prepare sales receipt 1043. Okay. And brought in the dog for a bath. So 1 quantity, paid with cash. So anytime you see paid with cash, debit card, credit card, a check, you're going to do a sales receipt. Okay. And I'm going to click Save and Close. Now I'm going to show you the journal. So I'm going to go to Reports. And I'm going to just filter the date just for January the 10th. Okay, so here are the journal entries that were created behind the scenes. QuickBooks prepared these journal entries as we were, entering those sales receipts. So payments to deposit is a debit, and then services, the revenue account, is your credit. And that's the case with all of these types of journal entries. It's a sales receipt because we received money. We got either cash or a check. Later on, we'll receive debit cards and credit cards. But for these transactions, all of these, they were either a check or cash. But payments to deposit goes up. When we do the bank deposit, we'll take the money out of payments to deposit, and then it will go into cash. But notice that account, don't forget, change it, because by default it comes up as cash. Change it to payments to deposit, or undeposited funds if you have that one. Okay. So that concludes this video on how to prepare sales receipts. I hope this helps.